Welcome to another exciting journey of language and storytelling. Today, we're here to practice and learn the English language through a captivating tale. In this video, we'll take you on a linguistic adventure like no other. We'll immerse ourselves in a story not just once, but twice. The first time, we'll listen and watch without any translation or text on the screen. The second time, we'll enhance our understanding by providing translations and subtitles to test and improve our listening skills. Now, let's give you a sneak peek into the story. It's a tale of a young man named Roberto, seeking mental clarity and peace in the countryside, far from the noisy city. His journey is a lesson in finding balance, disconnecting from the chaos, and embracing simplicity and nature. And before we dive into this immersive learning experience, a quick note: these videos are not just for kids, as some may think. They're designed for all age groups, appealing to the curious minds of every generation. The storytelling method is not only interesting but also fun. At our channel, we strive to provide diverse content that caters to a wide audience. We believe that stories are a universal bridge to language learning and connection. But wait, there's more. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell button to stay updated with our content. And most importantly, share your thoughts with us in the comments section. We love hearing from you. Now, let's embark on our language learning adventure with Roberto and discover the world of words, expressions, and culture. Shall we? In a bustling metropolis, amidst the never-ending cacophony of ringing phones, blaring horns, and the constant hum of technology, there lived a young man named Roberto. He was in his late 20s, with a job that demanded long hours and the constant buzz of emails, deadlines, and meetings. The ceaseless digital barrage had taken a toll on his well-being, leaving him feeling overwhelmed and disconnected from the simple joys of life. One day, after yet another sleepless night filled with the anxiety of work and the incessant ping of notifications, Roberto reached his breaking point. He realized that he needed a change, a break from the relentless urban grind, to seek something he had long yearned for: mental clarity. With a sense of urgency, he packed his bags and left behind his technology-driven world, escaping to the tranquility of the countryside. His destination was a quaint village nestled amid rolling hills and lush green fields, where the old-world charm still thrived, and the digital age was yet to make its mark. In this idyllic place, Roberto planned to spend some time with his beloved grandfather, an embodiment of wisdom and simplicity. As Roberto arrived in the village, the air felt crisp, carrying the earthy scent of the countryside. The first thing he noticed was the absence of sirens, traffic, and the frenetic energy of the city. The silence was profound, and it felt like a soothing balm to his frayed nerves. The villagers, who greeted him with warm smiles, appeared to be living at a different pace. There was no rush, no hurry, just an unhurried existence. His grandfather, a wizened man with deep lines etched on his face, welcomed Roberto with open arms. They spent hours sitting on the porch, sipping tea, and sharing stories. Roberto listened with rapt attention as his grandfather regaled him with tales of simpler times, of hard work, communal bonds, and the importance of finding peace in life's small moments. In the village, technology was but a distant memory. The rhythmic clatter of horse-drawn carriages, the songs of birds, and the rustling leaves were the only sounds that filled the air. People were more connected with nature, with each other, and most importantly, with themselves. The pressure of work, the constant barrage of information, and the race against time were nowhere to be found. As the days turned into weeks, Roberto found himself gradually shedding the layers of stress that had accumulated over the years. He took long walks in the countryside, surrounded by fields of swaying crops and the vibrant hues of wildflowers. He sat by the river, watching the water flow unhurriedly, teaching him the art of patience. And at night, he gazed at the starry sky, marveling at the sheer vastness of the universe, which put his worries into perspective. Roberto began to understand the true importance of rest and the need to let go of the relentless pressure and work that had consumed his life. He learned that in the heart of the countryside, where the pace was slow and the demands were simple, he found the mental clarity he had been desperately seeking. He discovered that clarity of mind came not from being plugged into the digital world but by disconnecting from it, by letting go and immersing oneself in the rhythms of nature and the wisdom of the past. The time spent with his grandfather and the villagers was transformative for Roberto. He returned to the city, but with a newfound perspective. He had learned that it was essential to take a step back from the chaos of life, to find moments of stillness and connection with the world around him. He realized that rest was not a luxury but a necessity for mental and emotional well-being. Roberto carried the lessons from the countryside with him, implementing them in his daily life. He found a better balance between work and leisure, and he made a conscious effort to disconnect from technology regularly. He started to appreciate the beauty in the simple things, the quiet moments, and the value of human connections. In the end, Roberto's journey to the countryside was not just a vacation but a life-altering experience. It was a reminder that in the pursuit of clarity and peace of mind, one must sometimes step away from the noisy, fast-paced world and embrace the tranquility of nature, the wisdom of the past, and the beauty of the present. In a bustling metropolis, amidst the never-ending cacophony of ringing phones, blaring horns, and the constant hum of technology, there lived a young man named Roberto. He was in his late 20s, with a job that demanded long hours and the constant buzz of emails, deadlines, and meetings. The ceaseless digital barrage had taken a toll on his well-being, leaving him feeling overwhelmed and disconnected from the simple joys of life. One day, after yet another sleepless night filled with the anxiety of work and the incessant ping of notifications, Roberto reached his breaking point. He realized that he needed a change, a break from the relentless urban grind, to seek something he had long yearned for: mental clarity. With a sense of urgency, he packed his bags and left behind his technology-driven world, escaping to the tranquility of the countryside. His destination was a quaint village nestled amid rolling hills and lush green fields, where the old-world charm still thrived, and the digital age was yet to make its mark. In this idyllic place, Roberto planned to spend some time with his beloved grandfather, an embodiment of wisdom and simplicity. As Roberto arrived in the village, the air felt crisp, carrying the earthy scent of the countryside. The first thing he noticed was the absence of sirens, traffic, and the frenetic energy of the city. The silence was profound, and it felt like a soothing balm to his frayed nerves. The villagers, who greeted him with warm smiles, appeared to be living at a different pace. There was no rush, no hurry, just an unhurried existence. His grandfather, a wizened man with deep lines etched on his face, welcomed Roberto with open arms. They spent hours sitting on the porch, sipping tea, and sharing stories. Roberto listened with rapt attention as his grandfather regaled him with tales of simpler times, of hard work, communal bonds, and the importance of finding peace in life's small moments. In the village, technology was but a distant memory. The rhythmic clatter of horse-drawn carriages, the songs of birds, and the rustling leaves were the only sounds that filled the air. People were more connected with nature, with each other, and most importantly, with themselves. The pressure of work, the constant barrage of information, and the race against time were nowhere to be found. As the days turned into weeks, Roberto found himself gradually shedding the layers of stress that had accumulated over the years. He took long walks in the countryside, surrounded by fields of swaying crops and the vibrant hues of wildflowers. He sat by the river, watching the water flow unhurriedly, teaching him the art of patience. And at night, he gazed at the starry sky, marveling at the sheer vastness of the universe, which put his worries into perspective. Roberto began to understand the true importance of rest and the need to let go of the relentless pressure and work that had consumed his life. He learned that in the heart of the countryside, where the pace was slow and the demands were simple, he found the mental clarity he had been desperately seeking. He discovered that clarity of mind came not from being plugged into the digital world but by disconnecting from it, by letting go and immersing oneself in the rhythms of nature and the wisdom of the past. The time spent with his grandfather and the villagers was transformative for Roberto. He returned to the city, but with a newfound perspective. He had learned that it was essential to take a step back from the chaos of life, to find moments of stillness and connection with the world around him. He realized that rest was not a luxury but a necessity for mental and emotional well-being. Roberto carried the lessons from the countryside with him, implementing them in his daily life. He found a better balance between work and leisure, and he made a conscious effort to disconnect from technology regularly. He started to appreciate the beauty in the simple things, the quiet moments, and the value of human connections. In the end, Roberto's journey to the countryside was not just a vacation but a life-altering experience. It was a reminder that in the pursuit of clarity and peace of mind, one must sometimes step away from the noisy, fast-paced world and embrace the tranquility of nature, the wisdom of the past, and the beauty of the present. Lessons learned from the story. Importance of disconnecting. The story highlights the significance of taking breaks and disconnecting from the constant demands of the modern world. Roberto's journey to the countryside reminds us that it's crucial to step away from technology and the hustle and bustle of city life to find mental clarity and peace. Simplicity in nature. Through his experiences in the village, Roberto learns the value of simplicity and reconnecting with nature. The villagers live a slower, more mindful life, and their close relationship with the natural world serves as a source of solace and inspiration. Prioritizing mental health. Roberto's escape from the city underscores the importance of prioritizing mental health and well-being. In a world dominated by work pressures and digital distractions, it's crucial to take time for self-care, relaxation, and reflection. Appreciating the present, the story encourages us to appreciate the present moment and the beauty in life's simple pleasures. Roberto's transformation is a reminder that we often overlook the small joys in life while chasing after elusive goals. Balancing work and leisure, Roberto's newfound perspective on life emphasizes the need to strike a balance between work and leisure. It's essential to work hard but also find time to rest, unwind, and nurture our relationships with loved ones. Respecting traditions and wisdom, the wisdom imparted by Roberto's grandfather and the village community underscores the value of respecting traditions and learning from the wisdom of the past. Sometimes, the answers to our modern challenges can be found in time-honored practices. Meanings and explanations of difficult words and terms in the story. Cacophony, a harsh, discordant mixture of sounds. In the story, it refers to the noisy and chaotic environment of the city filled with various loud sounds. Idyllic, extremely happy, peaceful, or picturesque. It describes the perfect and serene nature of the village that Roberto visits. Wizened, having wrinkles and a weathered appearance, often due to old age. The term is used to describe Roberto's grandfather, who has a wise and aged demeanor. Unhurried, not rushed or hurried, taking one's time. It reflects the leisurely pace of life in the village. Cacophony, a harsh, discordant mixture of sounds. In the story, it refers to the noisy and chaotic environment of the city filled with various loud sounds. Rhythmic, having a regular and repeated pattern or beat. The term is used to describe the regular sounds of nature in the countryside, such as the clatter of horse-drawn carriages and the songs of birds. Vastness, the quality of being extremely large or immense in extent or size. In the story, it refers to the vastness of the universe that Roberto contemplates while stargazing. Disconnecting, to break the connection or link with something, in this case, technology. It highlights the act of deliberately unplugging from digital devices and distractions. Solace, comfort or consolation in a time of distress or sadness. The story emphasizes the solace that Roberto finds in the village, where he can relax and find peace. Mental clarity, a state of clear and focused thinking, free from mental clutter and distractions. Roberto seeks mental clarity to alleviate the stress and confusion caused by his busy city life. Tranquility, a state of peace and quiet, free from disturbance. The village in the story is described as a place of tranquility, contrasting with the noisy city. Well-being, the state of being comfortable, healthy, or happy. The story underscores the importance of taking care of one's mental and emotional well-being.